We're building a duplex today. One of the things I love most about duplexes is they work just like single family homes, but they're not single family homes. They're more profitable in some instances, and they're equally as profitable in other instances. But if you don't do these steps the way I explain them, they could be detrimental and less profitable. So pay attention and implement the exact steps that I'm giving you today to build a duplex, get financing, and crush it in your next build. Hi everybody, Jerome Maldonado. We're buying land and we're building duplexes today. And one of the things that I want to talk to you guys about most is how to structure a duplex build and retain financing from start to finish. And today we're going to build a duplex. One of the things that you have to understand about duplexes is they're exactly the same as single family homes, but they're entirely different. So if you follow my content and you watch what I do in relation to single family homes, I'm going to contradict today a little bit about what I say about single family homes to be able to explain duplexes in their entirety and what you have to look for in that business model specifically. Real estate is amazing. One of the things I love most about real estate is it's all the same, but yet so different. And so what is so different that it makes like a multifamily apartment complex that's 100 units different than one that's 10 units, that's different than a duplex, that's different than a single family home? We're gonna go over all of that. Now, where you go is super important because of the demographics of who you're marketing to. Who is your audience typically with a duplex? Well, typically it's either a family that's young and starting out. It's somebody that's maybe less affluent, or it can be somebody that's older, retired, and doesn't want, they're downsizing in from something big down to something smaller. But all in all, it's somebody that has a reduced lifestyle that doesn't need all of the land, the house, and all of the attributes that come with single family residential ownership. And so when we look at duplexes, we go in typically with our homes and we're servicing the upper middle class, okay? We're servicing the upper middle class. That's not who we service with duplexes. When we go in and we're servicing duplexes, we're sitting someplace between median and upper median. So we're sitting right here between median and upper median. So on these ones, I wouldn't build a duplex that's less than $300,000. That would be my minimum. Now, even if that's pushing a very low-end duplex. And so I would go up to as high as about a $900,000 duplex, but between $300,000 and $700,000 is good. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about my Kirkland Cottage community because we built a lot of duplexes throughout that community because of density and what was available to us. We wanted to make more on our property. So if we were able to put them as duplexes, we were able to increase the density, ultimately generating a lot more to our bottom line profit. Okay, so we'll talk about my Kirkland Cottage community that's up in Finn Hill, Washington State, slightly different than the rest of the nation. So I'm going to acclimate that business model to 90% of the United States because that's a very unique market. But the same exact concept goes in a more affluent area. So if you're in like the Bay Area, San Francisco, where everything is attached unit dwellings, right? Everything is all condos, lofts, duplexes, triplexes, whatever they are. Now, you go down south, you go into like San Diego, you go into downtown San Diego, you go to Southern Cal, same thing. You go into Atlanta, you go across the country all the way to Atlanta, same thing. You go to Virginia, you go into the Washington, D.C. Beltway, same thing. Everything's built in tri-levels. And so we go into New York City, same thing. Those are the exceptions to the rule. But in those exceptions, we're still functioning on that demographics median to upper median, okay? So let's break it down. When we go in, guys, what we did in Kirkland Cottage, these were selling for between 1.2 and 1.4 million. The average median for duplexes in the United States is right here, okay? We're gonna hit between this cusp. Now, there's two different types of duplex when we talk about the overall construction of it. Now, we could go in, we could build a duplex, okay? Now, if we go in and we're building these duplexes, but we have a unit on unit one, and then we have one up here, these are called stacked duplexes. Now, stacked duplexes are good. You can make money. If you're in a really dense area, like an inner city metro area where density is everything, this is what you do. If you're anywhere else, you don't do stacked, you do single level duplexes, and that way your dollar in revenue, you're gonna sell for more. These don't get the dollars that these bottom ones do. You're gonna get larger profits from the bottom ones than you do from the top ones. Same thing in multifamily. The first units that rent are the first floor, second units that rent are the third floor, and then everything in the middle rents last. You have to know that. Okay, so when we go in, we're talking about duplexes. Everything on the first floor sells first. Everything on the first floor sells first. Everything on the top floor sells second because of the views. Everything in the middle sells last. So don't build anything in the middle. If you have the ability, just build first floor. Okay, now that's important to know because you want to maximize profitability. Super important. Now, when we go in, let's underwrite one of these, okay? We understand the construction type. We understand about stacked units. We know we're going to go in. Now, let's talk about where we build these. A lot of these are built in transition zoned areas. Transition zoned areas is when you go from like a really high impact area like commercial, retail, office, churches, all that stuff is high impact areas because there's a lot of in and out from customers, right? There's a lot of egress, ingress, cars in and out. Then they want traffic to slow down when you get into a residential area. The municipalities don't want heavy traffic in residential areas. So then it goes into a transition area from a heavily trafficked area to a more dense area because these heavily dense areas still have more units, but it still slows down traffic. So you go from a heavy traffic area to a less traffic area because now it's just residential, but it's a mixed use residential where there's still density, but it still softens the blow as far as traffic flow. Then it goes in to the regular residential areas, which is your low impact zoning. Okay, so it's typically in transitional areas that you're going to be able to build out this type of product. Now, what's great is a lot of metro areas, and one of the reasons that California has adapted ADUs, and one of the reasons that they're starting to promote cottage communities and condominium laws, and they're allowing this stuff through ADU laws in most metro areas across the United States. A lot of these cities are starting to allow them. And the reason why is because it creates housing where you could take a single family home and build 2 duplexes on one lot, increasing the density to 4 instead of having 1. And so a lot of times when you're going in looking for land, it's not as much about what the land is worth with that house on it today, but what is the lot worth in the potential of what it's going to be with the current zoning to be able to build duplexes. That's the big thing. If you want to learn the exact strategy of how to buy the right piece of land in the right area to build a house, if you want to learn the exact strategy that I've been utilizing for almost 3 decades, then text me the word land at 505-560-0520. Let's go ground up, let's buy land, let's build houses, and let's start right now. Okay, so now we talked about where we build these. Now let's talk about how we build them and how we underwrite these. And let's consolidate all this into numbers. Now, when we go in and we talk about numbers, let's look at it from a financial standpoint. We have a duplex, okay? On average, our single family home, people that are building single family homes through our leadership are generating about $200,000 plus per build, okay? Now, the profitability of building a duplex should ante up to about the same profitability as building one single family home that's within our business model. The average single family home that we're building is between 2,000 square feet and 3,500 square feet, someplace in that 2,500 to 2,800 square foot range. Now, when you're doing a duplex, the average duplex is between 1,300 square feet and 1,750 square feet on average, okay? They can get bigger, but on average. So if we go in, we build a duplex, okay? These are attached. This is 1, this is 2. And if we go in and we have, let's say that these things are 1,600 square feet each, okay? And let's say that these 1,600 square feet duplexes are 2s. They have bigger living areas and they have bigger bathrooms, bigger closets. It's not like an apartment. It's a house, right? But it's a duplex house, you know? And so they're more consolidated, but let's give them 1,600 square feet. Okay, so now we have 3,200 square feet. Now, that's just like building a single family home right there within our business model. Now, if we go in and let's say price per square foot, the price per square foot on duplexes on the resale value is less of that on a single family home. You have to know that because you have to build the product at the price that you can afford. So the cost to actually build a duplex is typically less than the price to build a single family home because of the way you're trimming out the amenities and because they're attached. So the way you do your rough-in, your plumbing, your electrical, everything is slightly different. So now when we go in and do a duplex where typically the national average price per square foot to build is $141 price per square foot according to the National Association of Home Builders. On the contrary, a duplex nationwide average is $129 per square foot per unit. Now that's nationwide. Some people sit back and go, there's no way I can build for that in California. I know. That's why if it costs you more in a municipality where the cost of living is more, guess what? Ding, 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 ding. you're gonna make more. So those of you in areas that you can't build for $125 a square foot, and it's gonna cost you $185 a square foot, your homes are also selling for $600 a square foot, so you're gonna make more money. Embrace it, okay? Don't sit back and put in the comments, oh, I can't build for that here. Wrong business model. No, you can. The more expensive it is for you to build in your area, you have to look at the overall resale price per square foot, and you will make more money, okay? Now, this is the national average to 85 to 90% of you guys out there. You know, when we go in and we do this, you're gonna be someplace right around that 125 a square foot. But if you don't have a general contractor, you're gonna have to hire one. And so if it costs 125 to build out these simple little duplexes, we're gonna go out, it's gonna cost us right about $145 to $148 a square foot, okay? Now, when we go in and do this, when we were doing our Kirkland Cottage community, when we did our single family residential dwelling units, the cost to build out there is different. It's more expensive, just like it is in California. It was costing us between $185 and $200 a square foot to build out single family detached homes. When we went to duplexes, our cost per square foot went down to about $175 to $185. So we reduced it by about $15 to $20 a square foot by building them in duplexes. But our resale value also dropped a little bit as well. So now, at $148 a square foot times 3,200 square feet, we have 148 times 3,200. That's going to be $473,600. That's going to be build cost. Now, let's say that you go in and on this single family lot, you go in and let's say, for example, you pay $250,000 for the land. That's a lot. Okay, it's a lot of money, right? Like you're not going to buy it, you're going to let the bank buy it for you. That's for a whole different video. We're going to talk about duplexes today. I'll hit on that briefly. Now, we're going to talk about financing, how to get money. This is structuring you for financing. Now, we go in and if we pay $250,000 for that land, that's a lot of money for that land. That's $125,000 per duplex. That's a lot of money for these guys, okay? It's a lot. Now, when we go in, $250,000 for the land, our debt is going to come from these two right here. Now we have $250,000. That means we need from the bank $723,000 is what we need from the bank. This is what we need, okay? Now, everything's going to be based on comps and rents, so pro formas. Now, when we go in, we're going to have debt service on the $723,000. This is about a 6-month build, just like a single family home. It's like a 6-month build. Here's what's cool though. You can go in and if you live in one and you do it as an owner build, you can go in and you can do 5% of cost. So you can go in and get finance. You take the 723 times 0.05% and you could build this entire duplex out for $36,000. You do an owner build on this, $36,000 is going to be your all-in out-of-pocket cost to the bank with an owner build construction loan. It's a build to perm loan, guys, a construction to perm loan. 5% of cost is going to be $36,000 all out of pocket to build this amazing property. Look how much money the bank's giving you. This is your investment right here, okay? That's on an owner build loan, okay? There's another way to get traditional financing for it where you can go in, do a replacement of this capital, and initially you'll have a little bit of down payment money into it, very modest, because what we're doing is we're collateralizing the equity that you're creating in this to be able to finance it. Then what we do is once we collateralize the equity, we take some of that back out in construction draws through our construction budget spreadsheet that we get approved by the bank that gives us our loan. And then we revert back and take our money back out. So within the first 30, 60, 90 days, you're 100% whole, no money out of pocket at all, and you're building. Now, what is this thing worth to you? Okay, 723, so we take 723,000. Let's say we have a high interest loan times 0.08. You can get these at 6.8% right now, guys. So 0.08, that's $57,000 a year. Now, they don't give all of this to us in one shot. They give it to us in draws, so they're not going to charge you that on a full annualized amount. Plus, we're not even going to have the loan for a full year. It's only a 6-month bill. We might have it for 8 months at most. Now, we go in, we take 50% of this times 0.5. The rule of thumb is 30%, but $28,000, so $29,000, $29K for debt service, okay? Now, let's go in, 29, so we have 723 plus 29,000, okay? That's 752. Now, your resale amount is depending on whether you sell them or rent them, live in it or not. That's going to be dependent on you. So we're not even going to look at the resale. This is what we're all in on these, okay? Now, when we go in and we do our comps, let's say the price per square foot on these, they don't comp out against everything else because we go in and our price per square foot on single family homes is maybe $315 a square foot there. Now, I typically tell people don't build in areas where the comps don't support 275 a square foot. And I still hold with that, even with duplexes. You know, if you want to go down to 265, you can get away with it and still make a profit. But I want to look for stuff that's in excess of 275 a square foot. So let's say these things are selling at 285 a square foot. I typically love the $300 a square foot marker when we're looking at single family homes. So let's go $15 a square foot lower. And we go 285 a square foot on comps. So we have 285 times 3,200. That means that this is going to be 912 all in. We divide that by 2. That means that this is selling for 456K and this is selling for 456. We go in and we do that. This is our all-in price, our all-in resale price, okay? Now, we go in and do that, subtract this out. We take 912 minus 723, $189,000. Now, we'll tighten this up when we get to a $200,000 mark, $200,000 profit. But ladies and gentlemen, you make $100,000 on these bad boys, or even just a modest 189, 190. When it's all said and done, that's a 6-month build. My question to you is, what are you doing today currently that puts you in a position to generate $189,000 in 6 months, provided you pay attention, you focus, and you go in and you take down a piece of land and build a duplex? Ladies and gentlemen, I love the duplex model. It generates as much capital and profit and revenue off of a duplex as you do on one single family home, but it also gives you that density, and you can rent them. You can just keep them. You can just stabilize it. You're all in for $36,000. You could probably pull that out on a cash out refi at stabilization, be $0 in out of your own pocket on a duplex that produces revenue, and these will rent for over $2,400 a month. So if you have a mortgage and you keep it, even if you land up adding this $36,000 to it, and this is $760,000 on your mortgage, when it's all said and done, you take that $760,000. Now you get into a long-term stabilized loan at 6%, 760 times 0.06, that's $45,000 a year, plus your property taxes. And so if you have 2,400 times 2 times 2 times 12, that's $57,000 that you just let it cash flow. Okay, they're duplexes. They don't make you a ton of money. No one's going to be doing backflips and jumping through hoops for an extra $10,000 of profit every single year. So I just sell them and get into an 8-unit apartment complex. I take this over the rent amount. That's why I tell people, don't get into duplexes, fourplexes, triplexes early on. Get into them to buy them, build them, sell them. Take that money, roll it into an 8-unit or larger. That's when you start making money. 8 units or more. But ladies and gentlemen, these are great cash hogs. Take advantage of them. Look, you want more content just like this to crush profits and ground up real estate construction, development, and everything real estate? Click and subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I am the godfather of real estate. Make sure that you go in and you pound that thumbs up button and you give me some love, and I'll see you next time on the other side. Until then, go out and compound your success, and let's go kick some ass.